Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, tonight is the night we can all put our heads on our pillows and sleep easy. Tonight is the night where we can pop open a nice cold beverage in celebration. Tonight is the night where our nightmares cease to exist. Tonight is the night AJ Styles has single-handedly become the greatest superhero in the modern era. Tonight is the night AJ Styles has saved the world. Jinder Mahal and his reign of terror over SmackDown Live and over the WWE Championship is finally over. Now, please don't rain on my parade, bro. Don't rain on my parade. We got to step one. That was taking the title off of Jinder Mahal. That's good. We're going in the right direction. I know that there is a possibility that WWE could give Jinder Mahal the WWE Championship rematch that he is due because of the contractual clause that he has in India. I know that WWE is probably contemplating giving the fans this dream match with Styles and Lesnar, and then having Mahal take the title back in India, and then going on with their original plans with John Cena being the one to challenge Jinder Mahal at WrestleMania 34 and win his 17th world title. I understand that. Please don't rain on my parade. That was the first thing that I thought of. But this is a good step in the right direction. He is no longer WWE Champion. His disgraceful reign, his reign of terror over SmackDown Live is now officially over. Thank fucking God. Thank God. This is SmackDown Live. This is SmackDown Live review for November 7th, 2017. I got a lot to talk about. Tonight, and I want to make one thing perfectly clear. Okay? Jinder Mahal reportedly was injured, right? Injured. I even reported it from Meltzer and PW Insider. All these places were coming out saying that Jinder Mahal was injured and that he was wearing kinesio tape. But he's been wrestling at all the live events. He's been on the road. He had... I'm not going to attribute this to anything Jinder Mahal did, because it was a standard bullshit, garbage, just overly boring Jinder Mahal match, but it was his best television match to date. But that has a lot to do with who he's in the ring with. Jinder Mahal has been on the road with WWE. He's been at the live events. He's been doing everything that he's been asked to do. I don't think Jinder Mahal is hurt. I don't think Jinder Mahal is hurt at all. I think Jinder Mahal, and this is clearly speculation on my behalf, okay? I don't want anybody to take this to the grave. I don't want anybody to go tweet that I'm reporting false news. This is just me based on what I seen tonight. Jinder Mahal moved around like somebody who was not hurt. If he's got a bum shoulder, he's not going to be raising his arms. He's not going to be in a physical 20-minute match with AJ Styles. He's not going to be taking bumps like he did tonight. You know? I honestly think Jinder Mahal is going to be taking a 30-day vacation. AKA, I think Jinder Mahal got busted for a wellness policy violation. Now, that's clearly speculation. That's clearly speculation on my behalf. I don't think that Mahal is hurt. I don't think he's hurt. Anybody that watched that match knows the guy moved like he was not hurt. I think he is busted for a drug policy violation. That's why they took the title off Mahal. That's why they gave the title to AJ Styles. That's why we're finally getting what we deserve on SmackDown Live. We're finally getting something at the top of the show that we all want to see. And that is the best in the world. We're finally getting a superstar who is the best at what he does being rewarded with the World Championship. Jinder Mahal is getting what he deserves too, if that is indeed the case. Now you know not to cheat your way to the top and enhance your body where you look like fucking Nemesis from Resident Evil. Okay? Get back to the drawing board. Get back in line. Get to the back of the line. Never mind get in line. Get to the back of the line. Hopefully this experiment that is Jinder Mahal is over and done with. We'll talk about what happened, and we'll go over everything tonight on SmackDown Live right here on the review. I am JD from New York. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by the channel this evening. It is November 7th, 2017. AJ Styles saves the world, and SmackDown Live was a decent show tonight, man. I got to admit, just based on that and that title win alone, AJ Styles winning the World Championship made SmackDown a very, very enjoyable show for me. What was not enjoyable was Monday Night Raw last night. God-awful as always. Little to no sense on the red brand over on Monday nights. But if you guys want to hear my thoughts and opinions on why they do it for Roman on Monday nights, you guys can check out the review live on the channel right now. It was uploaded at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this afternoon, earlier in the day. It will be live on the channel right now. Make sure you guys go and check that out. Link will be within the video in the annotation that you see on the screen in the top right corner. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, at JD from NY206. I've been taking a break from social media, but I just had to tweet my excitement about tonight. Thank you so very much for all the love on my one and only tweet tonight about Jinder Mahal and his reign of terror finally being over. Thank fucking God. Almost 1,000 likes on that tweet. I am speaking for the majority of us. We are all in unison in saying thank the Lord for this day where AJ Styles is now where he rightfully belongs. Follow me on Twitter at JD from NY206. Hit that subscribe button down below and make sure you guys turn on that bell for all notifications. We got some cool stuff coming up on the channel this week. I got Call of Duty gameplay coming. My first episode of Road to Prestige in World War II. That is coming on the channel this week. I think on Thursday we're going to do that. So make sure you guys keep an eye out for that. Going to be a very, very action-packed video. So I can't wait to bring you guys World War II this year on the channel. Also, Mario Kart 8 has been recorded for all my Patreons. If you guys want to get in on that, patreon.com/JD from NY206. Over an hour of Mario Kart. And all it was me near or at the top of the leaderboards. And every time I got to first place, I got hit with a fucking blue shell in every race. Wait till you guys see the garbage that I had to go through in Mario Kart 8 in the next upload, man. So if you guys want to get in on that, patreon.com/JD from NY206. Off the Script has been uploaded. We talk about the Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho deal for Wrestle Kingdom 12. We talk about why Emma was really released, and we go over that. We talk about AJ Styles and Jinder Mahal before the events of tonight, and I gave you my opinion on everything that could possibly happen with AJ Styles winning the WWE Championship. All that is live on the channel right now. Off the Script, episode 194, parts 1, 2, and 3. Make sure you guys go and check that out. SmackDown Live opened up with Shane McMahon, as always. I wish these WWE shows on Monday and Tuesday would open with actual wrestling instead of a 20-minute promo hyping the show up. You know, a little change of pace would be greatly appreciated. Every show starts off with Shane McMahon. I love Shane McMahon. I got no problems with Shane McMahon, but I mean, throw a little variety in there. You know what I mean? Not every show has to start off the same way, and this is why I say one of WWE's downfalls, and I'm not really complaining about this, it's just something that I see. WWE's downfalls, as far as their television programs go, is that it's very formulaic. It's just very basic. You know what to expect. They don't throw you any surprises at all. So I just wish the show would start off in a different way. Another side note, man, Greg Hamilton, the ring announcer for SmackDown Live, he's great at what he does. I love his enthusiasm. I love his excitement. I know if you guys have listened to several podcasts that had Justin Roberts on the show, Justin Roberts explains how Vince McMahon would dumb down the announcers and he doesn't want the announcers to stand out when calling the matches and announcing the participants for the match. And that was very eye-opening to me, man, because the ring announcer is supposed to be the voice of the match. He's supposed to set the tone for the match. He's supposed to generate excitement for the match. If your ring announcer's going out there and he's speaking like, this next match is for the WWE Championship, coming down the aisle weighing 218 pounds, AJ Styles. Now, if you're going to speak all monotone like that, it's not going to do anything for me, man. I want to see someone like Greg Hamilton was tonight. I don't know whether Vince McMahon had an off night. I don't know whether they just allowed him to go out there because they were in Europe and they knew the crazy crowd that was going to be singing along and chanting along. But they let him be a ring announcer, man. I love his voice. I love his passion. You know, they even let him do that little pause. This match is scheduled for one fall, and then the crowd chants one fall. I like that shit, man. That generates excitement for me. I like seeing that shit. JoJo doesn't do that on Monday Night Raw. You know? She didn't do that on Monday Night Raw last night. I just wish the WWE would let their personalities actually be personable. You know? It's not too much to ask. Instead of having ring announcers that are bored to tears out there, instead of having overly scripted commentators, instead of having Android ring announcers and backstage interviewers, you know? With these fucking Android interviewers, man. The only one that has any personality is Renee Young. Anyway, Shane McMahon congratulates the New Day on their Raw raid. And the New Day, if you guys didn't see Monday Night Raw last night, cost the Shield the Raw Tag Team Championships. Shane McMahon says the New Day is about SmackDown. They care about SmackDown. They're doing it for SmackDown. But they were rudely interrupted by Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Despite two mega brands going at it, this year it's personal. And specifically going back to what happened to Daniel Bryan. I hold my sister Stephanie and Kurt Angle responsible for locking Daniel Bryan in their office and then sending Kane in to do his dirty work against our general manager. Kurt Angle, hear me out. This is a very personal message. For what happened with Daniel Bryan, I'm going to be standing against right across from you in this very ring, and I'm going to get my payback for what you did to Daniel Bryan, so get ready.
Should be exciting, man. I'm looking forward to that match.
SmackDown, we have a lot of fight here. And just because we can get knocked down doesn't mean we stay down. And continuing about fighters, I'm about to bring out a few that did a very phenomenal thing in my view last night. These guys are all about fight. They fired a shot across the bow of Raw last night that's still going. Ladies and gentlemen, the New Day.
It was not our intention to have Seth and Dean lose their Raw Tag Team titles. That wasn't our intention.
Yeah, but it's going to lead to a match, though. So it really was their intention.
Of putting Raw under siege, baby!
And I mean, honestly, considering the fact that they are part of the Raw roster, what are they gonna do?
Nothing!
You see, Shano, a couple weeks ago,
under your charge, we led the siege and looked the Monday Night Raw roster dead in the eye and wanted them. For those of you in the States and probably here, it means what happened to them. We beat them down!
Beat him down. Beat him down. And look, man, we are fully prepared to accept full repercussions for our actions.
Yes, and you're going to be booked in a match with the Shield at Survivor Series. We all know.
Attempt at retaliation, your boys, the New Day, will be the first ones in line to beat them back to Mondays.
You say, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You guys empower everyone here. You have the SmackDown spirit. You're all about Team Blue. Last night, you went out there on a complete whim. You were here. You invaded Raw, under siege. That is awesome. Well, because? Because? What? Big.
Shane McMahon tried to move his hips, dude. He moves like me, which I can't move.
The truth is, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens could have showed up on Raw, and we could have beat up the entire Raw roster if we wanted to.
Yes, they could have.
But the thing is, we're men of
I love
honor.
Sami Zayn, man.
We're men of integrity. We do things the right way, and because that doesn't jive with the Shane McMahon propaganda machine, you deliberately set us up to fail.
Sammy, this is exactly the attitude of why the two of you are not at all representing SmackDown Live.
It's a crime that we even had to have qualifying matches because the bottom line is we are the top 2 superstars on this roster.
You say, this is exactly
Absolutely.
what I'm talking about. You guys don't care about SmackDown. You have no brand loyalty. You have nothing down there. You don't care, period. But you guys walk around here like you're owning the place, like you're entitled. What I think you're entitled to is a match here tonight. I think you're entitled to a match, Sammy, against Kofi Kingston. Yeah! And by the way, that match begins right now.
So that was a setup for Sami Zayn to go up one-on-one with Kofi Kingston. And that was pretty much just a continuation of Monday Night Raw. The New Day cost Rollins and Ambrose the Raw Tag Team Championships. And it pretty much, it's not really confirmed, but it is confirmed. Because I don't see what other duties, the Shield and the New Day are going to have at Survivor Series. There's 3 members of the New Day and there's 3 members of the Shield. The New Day cost Rollins and Ambrose. Might have been unintentional, but it was intentional. The Tag Team Championships. So there's really nothing else for both teams to do but go one-on-one at Survivor Series. So that's going to happen at Survivor Series. It's not confirmed yet, but I think we will get confirmation on Monday when Roman Reigns comes back and joins Rollins and Ambrose in the Shield. His first appearance back, recovering from illness. That is what the plan is, just by watching WWE programming over the last 48 hours. Now, as far as Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens go, they have nothing planned for Survivor Series. Monday Night Raw has yet to invade SmackDown Live. Next week is the week that they do it. There's only 1 week left to go for Survivor Series. So we're going to see that. We're going to go through all this week, and then when we get to Monday Night Raw, the go-home show, SmackDown, the New Day's probably going to be on Monday Night Raw to continue this mini program with the Shield and confront Rollins and Ambrose. I think they even said that they're going to be on Monday Night Raw. And then come SmackDown Live, I think the Shield is going to lead the charge on the SmackDown siege. So I think Raw is going to attack SmackDown on Tuesday night. And I think Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn could very well have a play in letting Raw infiltrate SmackDown Live. But my opinion is, with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens not being on Survivor Series, it's really leading them to be the ones to kind of ruin SmackDown Live in the Raw vs. SmackDown 5-on-5 Survivor Series match. I think they're going to be the thorns in SmackDown's side. Shane McMahon made it very apparent in his promo tonight that they're not Team Blue. And he stated that clear as day. They are not Team Blue. They don't care what happens on SmackDown Live. They have no brand loyalty. WWE can have fun with this. WWE can, get Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens involved and have them ruin SmackDown Live's chances at Survivor Series. They could propose a trade to get Raw, or Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens on Raw. Propose a trade, maybe, Just send them off to Monday Night Raw. Shane doesn't want anything to do with them on SmackDown Live. Obviously, if they do that, they're going to have to pay for their sins. So we'll see what happens, man. WWE has an ample opportunity here to really make something special out of it, but I would rather them stay on SmackDown Live. That's just a last-ditch effort. That's just my creative juices flowing if Shane really wanted them off of SmackDown Live. But I do think Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are going to pretty much fuck over SmackDown Live at Survivor Series, helping Monday Night Raw win the Raw vs. SmackDown 5-on-5 Survivor Series match. That's the way the show opened up tonight. The match itself with Kofi Kingston and Sami Zayn was pretty good, man. It wasn't all that, it wasn't great or anything, but it was pretty good, man. It did its job. Sami Zayn, one of these days, I am telling you, man, one of these days, Sami Zayn is going to win with that Blue Thunder Bomb. If I'm booking Sami Zayn to turn or come out of this trance that Kevin Owens has over him right now, if they do anything as far as breaking these two guys apart and then having them feud over a world title and having Sami Zayn get that big babyface push and maybe win a world title, beating Kevin Owens in the process at a big event, I would have him win with the Blue Thunder Bomb, man. That's how I'm booking that match. I'm having Sami Zayn win his first world title with the Blue Thunder Bomb, man. That's one of the more exciting moves in WWE. It's absolutely a thing of beauty to look at. He got it on Kofi Kingston tonight. Every time he does it, I think he's going to win it. And he never does. One of these days, he's going to win with the Blue Thunder Bomb. Kofi Kingston launched himself over the top rope, and it looked like he bounced off he flipped over, he bounced on the rope, and then kind of did one of these acrobatic moves where he just flipped over onto Sami Zayn on the outside. That looked pretty cool, too. Sami blocked the Trouble in Paradise. He got the Blue Thunder Bomb for a 2 count. Owens starts yelling at the referee. Sami goes for the Helluva Kick. Kofi counters with a kick. Sami takes Kofi down. Kofi comes right back and goes into the corner. Kofi wins with a very anticlimactic crossbody for the pin. Pin Sami Zayn. Immediately, as soon as the bell rings, Kevin Owens attacks Kofi. Big E and Xavier Woods come in and make the save for Kofi Kingston. Owens hits the ramp and calls Sami over as Woods and Big E check on Kofi in the middle of the ring. Next week, we're getting Owens and Sami Zayn versus The New Day, or whatever combination they come up with for The New Day on SmackDown Live. Should be a damn good tag team match, man. But we'll see what happens with that. Nice way to open SmackDown Live tonight from Manchester, England. Jinder Mahal and the Singh brothers are talking about attacking AJ Styles last week. This is why AJ got the world title shot tonight. That's the storyline going forward through the evening. Renee Young is with Jinder Mahal and the Singh brothers. Jinder calls AJ the appetizer to the entree. That is the Universal Champion Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series. Jinder goes on to say he will make a meal out of AJ tonight, and then he will feast on the beast at Survivor Series. Jinder walks off. The only thing you're going to be feasting on is a big old fat L. Jinder Mahal. You are no longer the WWE Champion. Brock Lesnar is laughing at your demise. And so is everybody watching this review. Good riddance. Never come back and enjoy your 30 days off. We'll talk about that again in a little bit. Rusev versus Randy Orton. This was the biggest down of the show. This is a major thumbs down, man. Obviously, we didn't know what was going to happen with the 5th and final member of the SmackDown Live Survivor Series team. That was supposed to go, and all indications were pointing to AJ Styles getting that 5th and final spot on Team SmackDown. Obviously, that is not happening after tonight's show. AJ is the WWE Champion. He will be going one-on-one with Brock Lesnar at the Survivor Series. SmackDown Live still has a 5th member that they need to fill that void. Rusev would have been a perfect candidate for that, being that they canceled his match. They just should have put him on the show. They should have put him in the match, right? If Jason Jordan can be in the fucking match without doing anything, so can Rusev. No, but they want to give Rusev versus Randy Orton again because it was so exhilarating the fucking first 3 times we seen it. Randy Orton and Rusev. I'm really enjoying Aiden English, man, a lot lately. He's coming around on me. I really didn't care too much about him, but I think he's kind of making his own waves on SmackDown Live. He's really come a long way, you know? I didn't really think anything much of Aiden English when Simon Gotch left him. You know, I was big on the Vaudevillains. WWE fucked them up. Crowd didn't get the gimmick coming up from NXT. WWE seemingly ruined them as soon as they stepped foot on the main roster. Aiden English is making a nice little spot for himself on SmackDown Live. And I like the pairing of Aiden English and Rusev. I mentioned this on Off the Script. There were rumors going around that Aiden English and Rusev could be forming a new tag team, which SmackDown is in dire need of. And we might need a new team on SmackDown Live after tonight. We'll talk about that in a little bit too, because something didn't seem right with the tag team championship match tonight. Aiden English introduces Rusev as the Lion of Bulgaria. English sings the introduction as Rusev makes his way out, says that it's Rusev Day. Rusev, if he wins, gets the final spot on Team SmackDown at Survivor Series. What does WWE do? They give us a Randy Orton versus Rusev match. Randy Orton's already part of Team SmackDown. So, A, this was either going to be predictable, or B, WWE was going to fuck over Rusev again. WWE did the latter here. They fucked over Rusev. Rusev kicked Randy Orton in the back of the head, a 2 count. Another pinfall attempt to follow that because Rusev was frustrated. Rusev's arguing with the referee. He walks over to Randy Orton. Orton leaps up and nails an RKO out of nowhere. Covers Rusev for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Rusev is not heading to the Survivor Series. I don't know, WWE. Rusev seems like a really, really good candidate, if you ask me. You know, I don't know why they gave us this match. Booking this match with that type of stipulation for Rusev reeks of laziness. Why can't we get Rusev versus Ty Dillinger in a nice little match to see who wants to represent SmackDown Live? 2 hungry guys who want to represent SmackDown Live. We got to get Randy Orton versus Rusev because the first 3 times they put on Match of the Year candidates, right? If Jason Jordan can stand next to Braun Strowman and Kurt Angle and Finn Balor and Samoa Joe, why can't Rusev stand next to his team? I don't get it. Maybe we're looking too much into this right now. There still is 1 week. Maybe Rusev is the guy, but they're just kind of trying to build a story around it. I don't know. Knowing WWE's backlog, I wouldn't count on it. I wouldn't put any faith in WWE. What a shitty situation, man. Everything should be laid out for Survivor Series right now. WWE on SmackDown has done a decent job at best at making me care about Survivor Series. On Monday Night Raw, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Seems like they're piecing shit together week by week, minute by minute over there. Last minute changes. Nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. This was unnecessary. Everything should be laid out for SmackDown, and Rusev should be the 5th and final man. People want to see Rusev. People enjoy Rusev's act. Rusev got a nice ovation tonight. Give the guy some fucking credit. Throw him a bone. Survivor Series in that type of environment could make a new superstar. It's not going to happen with Jason Jordan because nobody gives a shit about Jason Jordan. But that is a perfect environment for Rusev. Did good for Roman Reigns in 2003, 2004. I'm not really sure which one where he eliminated like 5 guys. And then Dolph Ziggler single-handedly beat the Authority. Obviously with Sting's help. But still, nonetheless. They built up Ziggler, and then they brought him right back down after that. That amounted to nothing, but it was good when it happened. Ziggler and Seth Rollins in that Authority versus WWE Survivor Series match, which ended up being pretty damn good, by the way. I didn't have a lot of faith going into that match, but it ended up being pretty good. Especially when you got Big Show and Mark Henry on the same fucking team. My God. My goodness, man. Anyway, Rusev loses. We got 1 more week for WWE to do the right thing. Hopefully they give Rusev a nice little rub here. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't. but I hope they do the right thing. Please. I don't know who else would fit that role. Dolph Ziggler? Come on, man. Put Rusev on the team. James Ellsworthless is backstage. Apparently, there's going to be a intergender match or a battle of the sexes match. I thought man versus woman in WWE was no more a thing. I thought the only way we would see that is if we watch Lucha Underground on Wednesday nights. But Ellsworth is backstage, pacing outside of the women's locker room. Tamina comes out, cringe as always, doesn't say one word, and that's the way it should stay forever. Ellsworth asks Tamina to go get Carmella. She does. Becky Lynch comes out instead of Carmella. Says Ellsworth needs to worry about her and not where Carmella is. Ellsworth says that he doesn't stand a chance, Ellsworth says that she doesn't stand a chance because she's a woman and he's a man. Wait till the feminists on social media catch wind of WWE's verbiage spit out by James Ellsworth tonight. It's not going to fly. It's not going to look good. Can't wait for everybody to be salty over what this fucking Gollum-looking motherfucker says. Because, you know, WWE is all so serious about everything that they do, and these people who don't even watch the program on a weekly basis gotta voice their opinion on it and find something wrong with it and just make a big deal out of nothing. Was I offended by watching this? No. Neither should you. Keep it at that. Ellsworth hopes that Becky doesn't get hurt. Ellsworth says the whole women's revolution is a farce. He goes on to say, we're in Manchester tonight, and men are superior in every way. We're not in Womanchester. Kind of lame. Goes on to say that he will prove to Becky that he is the better man tonight. Becky says that those are some pretty ballsy statements, but it's too bad Ellsworth doesn't have any. Ha 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 ha. Good old Becky. Becky walks off, and we are in for a... At this point, I'm like rolling my eyes. I'm like, God almighty, I hope Becky just fucking wipes the floor with this guy. There could be no way that Ellsworth gets any offense in on Becky Lynch. Come on. Well, I was wrong. Battle of the sexes. This match was a complete fucking waste of time. Yet I'm supposed to care about the women's division on SmackDown Live when they got shit like this going on. You know, instead of bringing up talent and featuring more talent on the show and getting ready and building a real division, they got James Ellsworth fighting in the women's division. And he got offense in. Takes his shirt off. He's got cheetah-looking tights. He looks disgusting. My God. Is this guy's WWE deal up soon? I hope. The guy is an eyesore on television. Bell rings, he starts doing push-ups. Ellsworth stalling. Fans are chanting, Becky's gonna kill you. They lock up, he takes Becky down. Ellsworth is mocking Becky and laughs as the fans not only chant, Becky's gonna kill you, but they're chanting, where's your chin? A chant of where's your chin happens on SmackDown Live. Ellsworth takes Becky down again. And he actually kicks Becky outside the ring as well. This was a disgrace, man. I don't know who produced this match. Becky should have wiped the floor with this guy. Becky should have kicked him in the fucking balls, punched him in the chin, gave him a Bexploder, and then a disarmer, and that was it. I don't understand why this went longer than it had to. What did this prove to anybody? Why do we have to see James Ellsworth for more than 30 seconds in a WWE match? Never mind a match, a ring. Why is this guy on television? Becky wins. Disarmer. Tapped out. I don't know why that couldn't be the only move in the only sequence of this match. Can't imagine anybody wanting to see this actually happen on television. After the match, the other female superstars that were around ringside, you got Naomi and Charlotte. They start cheering Becky on. Carmella enters the ring and has words with Becky. Becky and Carmella look like they're about to get ready for a fight, but Carmella instead drops Ellsworth with a super kick. Yes, chants ring out through the Manchester arena. Carmella's music hits, and she leaves with the briefcase, all alone. Becky is shocked that Carmella left Ellsworth just laying in the middle of the ring. I guess that dynamic duo is no more. She doesn't need him, and Ellsworth doesn't belong on our televisions. Good riddance. SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships, man. This was a colossal waste of everybody's time, man. What a fucking disappointment this was, and I'm not sure we really should blame anybody. This was underwhelming to the max. I was actually looking forward to this match, man. Benjamin and Gable versus the Usos. This was really, really bizarre, man. I was expecting a very competitive match. It started off hot. Usos came down asking who Benjamin and Gable were. They're going to be the next victims, and they're going to be entered into the Uso penitentiary. You know, there was some brawling going on. We had a pay dirt by Benjamin on Jimmy Uso. That sent him to the floor. Gable was underneath the ring. He maneuvered underneath the ring to get the one-up on Jey Uso's knee. Jey Uso was on the outside, and all of a sudden, you see Gable come out from underneath the ring and give Jey Uso a chop block in which Jay's knee looked like it was legitimately fucked up. And I'm waiting for word. I'm waiting for a news article from somebody saying that Jey Uso is going to be out and they have to forfeit the tag team championships because that looked bad. His knee twisted. Jey Uso was on the floor. He tried to get up. Referee was making the 10 count. Jey Uso at like 7 or 8, he said, fuck this shit. He sat right back down to where he was, leaning against the announcer's table, and he didn't get up. Jimmy came over. He looked concerned. Gable and Benjamin were playing it off as if they won the fucking titles. Meanwhile, they didn't. Something went wrong. They won the match by countout, but that was not the way it was supposed to go. That was not the way it was supposed to go at all. This match started at 9:20. All of a sudden, we got this match ending in less than 5 minutes. I don't think that was supposed to happen, and I think Jey Uso is legitimately hurt. I'm waiting for a word, an official confirmation on that. I hope he's still good to go for Survivor Series. That would be a shame if they took the titles off of Rollins and Ambrose to put them on the bar, to have the bar go up against the Usos, and then the Usos the next night get hurt, and now they can't even fight and participate in Survivor Series. But they would have 1 week to get the titles on Benjamin and Gable, and then have Benjamin and Gable go up against Cesaro and Sheamus, which in itself would be a damn good match. I would actually look forward to that as well. So we'll see what happens with that, man. Jey Uso's knee did not look good at all after that last exchange with Chad Gable. Renee Young is with AJ Styles. AJ Styles says that the last thing Jinder should do is take him lightly. AJ goes on to say people have been underestimating him his whole life, and he's always proving them wrong. AJ says he will prove to everybody why he is phenomenal and why SmackDown is the house that AJ Styles built. AJ says that he will slay the Beast at Survivor Series. I'm looking at Jinder, I'm looking at AJ. They're mentioning the Beast, right? They're mentioning the Beast at Survivor Series. Why don't you do what you have to do tonight and then worry about Brock Lesnar? Everybody's looking forward to the Beast, you know? Nobody's getting through Brock Lesnar. I'm sorry. It wasn't Jinder Mahal. It's not going to be AJ Styles. You're not getting through Brock Lesnar. It's just the way it's going to be. WWE also made an announcement, Shane McMahon did actually, that Natalya cheated at Hell in a Cell, took the cheap way out in her championship match against Natalya and Charlotte, right? Natalya took the cheap way out against Charlotte. Charlotte at Hell in a Cell. Charlotte is getting a women's championship match next week before SmackDown Live. Or before Survivor Series, rather. At SmackDown Live. I'll tell you what, man. WWE is really making Survivor Series seem a little bit more interesting. I gotta give them some credit. You know? Yes, the booking sucks. Yes, the build has been god-awful. There's no intrigue. There's no excitement. These matches have no intensity behind them. But at least WWE is trying to fix what I brought up as an issue on Monday Night Raw. These matches are all heel versus heel. Jinder versus Brock was a heel versus a heel. Yes, Brock is a heel, clowns. He's not a babyface. He's a badass, but he's a heel. We cheer Brock Lesnar because everybody he goes up against is, we cheer Brock Lesnar because everybody he goes up against is a fucking legit monster just like he is. When Brock Lesnar is in there against somebody who he's going to be fighting at Survivor Series like AJ Styles, Brock Lesnar is going to be a heel. So nobody in Houston is going to be cheering for Brock Lesnar. You might. Yeah, you're going to have some people, right? Not everybody loves AJ Styles, but AJ Styles is beloved. AJ's the babyface. Brock is going to be playing the heel. So that was a heel versus heel match. Natalya versus Alexa, heel versus heel. You got the Usos versus now the Bar, heel versus heel. And the Usos aren't tweeners, clowns. They're heels. Then you got the Miz versus Baron Corbin, heel versus heel. WWE next week, they already did it tonight. They gave you AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar. Now they changed that dynamic. That's babyface versus heel now. WWE is trying to switch things up. Trying to make sense of it. Natalya versus Alexa Bliss does nothing for me. Now you put the title on Charlotte before Survivor Series, and that does a little bit more for me. Charlotte versus Alexa Bliss is a match I'd love to see. That's brand supremacy. Not that I give a shit. Not that I'm going to invest my time in it, but I'd much rather see that than fucking Natalya versus Alexa Bliss. WWE's doing the same thing next week with the United States Championship. Baron Corbin is defending the title against Sin Cara next week. Right now we got The Miz versus Baron Corbin. Who the fuck on this planet is interested in seeing that match? Nobody. I can tell you right now, their chemistry is going to be at an all-time low at Survivor Series. That match is going to have zero chemistry between The Miz and Baron Corbin. Now, I doubt they give the United States Championship to Sin Cara. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they give it to him, and maybe they fix this and make Sin Cara the babyface versus Miz the heel. Still a match I don't give a shit about, but at least it gives you a babyface and heel dynamic. So we'll see what happens, man. WWE looks to be at least trying to fix that glaring issue. Everybody on WWE television is a heel and is a champion. All their champions are heels. So WWE has to give some of the baby faces a rub. And it looks like they might be fixing that issue at Survivor Series. But whatever changes they are at least attempting to make is making the show a little bit better. Because they gotta know NXT is blowing them out of the fucking water right now with TakeOver War Games. They had to make Survivor Series at least somewhat interesting. They can't just leave it the way it was and just call it a day. They knew, and they know in the back of their minds that NXT is just blowing them out of the water. So they had to make the appropriate changes, and you got to give WWE some credit for making the show a little bit more interesting than it was last week. So I give them some credit. AJ Styles versus Jinder Mahal, you guys know how this one turned out. We talked about it at the top of the show. Man, listen, I've been hard on Jinder Mahal, and I know people have been salty and will remain salty over my thoughts on Jinder Mahal. I don't care. The guy sucks. The guy is a failure, okay? The guy does not, and the guy did not represent anything that WWE Championship is. AJ Styles is the one who represents the WWE Championship and brings the title prestige. The man is supposed to make the title. They're supposed to be one. Jinder did nothing for the title. The prestige of the WWE title couldn't even help Jinder Mahal because the guy holding the title was not legit. He was not a legit champion. In the eyes of the people, he was a joke. I even said it on Twitter. Your WWE champion is having chants of "you can't wrestle" and "you're on steroids" chanted at him tonight. That's the guy you want representing the biggest title in the world, in the wrestling industry? WWE made this last longer than it should have. 6 months? It should have lasted 6 weeks. I knew after 1 month this was going to be the way it was. And they lasted 6 fucking months. WWE gave this guy a 6-month title reign on SmackDown Live. That is absolute insanity. Insanity. The guy is not a good wrestler. The guy has a god-awful finishing move. The guy does nothing for the title. The people genuinely don't like him. Oh, he gets heel heat, JD. What fucking heel heat? If you can't distinguish heel heat, a legit heel who gets legit heat, compared to go-away heat, you need to go and reevaluate yourself. Go watch Elias on Monday Night Raw. That's genuine heel heat. Jinder Mahal is go-away heat. Roman Reigns is go-away heat. Kevin Owens is legit heel heat. You don't come to the arena to just boo somebody because you fucking hate them. That's not what you want as far as a WWE superstar. I want to be a fan and come to the arena and boo somebody because I don't like the direction that the character's going and I want to see the babyface overcome him. I want to be a part of the show. I don't want to come to the show and boo somebody because I know this guy sucks and he doesn't belong in the position that he's in. That's not what I want out of my wrestling show. That's just insulting my intelligence. Jinder Mahal did not look hurt tonight. I stand by what I said. The guy is taking a 30-day vacation. I would be shocked if WWE does not take this guy off television and have him sit out 30 days for a drug policy violation. That's why they took the title off Jinder Mahal. That is my guess at this juncture, on this night. Not saying that's the truth, but I would not be surprised if Jinder Mahal is busted with a drug policy violation. Simple as that. Either way you look at it, you know, this is a blessing in disguise. Now, WWE, was this the original decision that they wanted to do? Probably not. This decision probably fucked everything else that they wanted to do. John Cena was on the promotional poster about Survivor Series and being the special guest referee. That's probably nixed now. There's no need for John Cena to be in the Survivor Series main event with Jinder Mahal versus Brock Lesnar. The only reason why he was there because the match itself was a fucking disgrace and they needed star power. Brock Lesnar can't do it on his own. He needs a good dancing partner. So they put John Cena in the middle to try and generate some interest. And that itself was going to set up Jinder Mahal versus John Cena at WrestleMania. Now we don't need John Cena because we got AJ Styles, who's a superstar in his own right, much more than Jinder Mahal, against Brock Lesnar. AJ hits the phenomenal forearm for the victory. Before that, AJ is fighting Jinder off. Jinder was going to do a top rope kalass. The kalass is god-awful. He did hit the kalass. It looked fucking god-awful. My God. He doesn't even care. Normally, when I see someone do a Cobra clutch slam from behind, right? Picks him up and slams him down. Nice impact. The guy lands on his back. It's like he's throwing a piece of fucking garbage. Picks him up and just tosses him somewhere. What type of shit is that? AJ kicks out, right? So he goes for the kalass off the top rope. So fans are going crazy. AJ slides off the top rope, hangs Jinder on the top, and he nails the phenomenal forearm with Jinder stunned in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. Crowd goes fucking crazy. With the pop that AJ Styles received, you know nobody in that crowd gave a shit about Jinder Mahal being the WWE champion. In fact, everybody wanted him to lose because they knew he was not the right man for the job. Simple as that. AJ is your WWE champion. AJ rightfully where he belongs at the top of the card, hoping this takes us to WrestleMania and WWE now can give us what we all want, a WrestleMania match worthy of being at WrestleMania for the biggest prize in this industry. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And with the way Wrestle Kingdom 12 is shaping up, WWE is going to have to put on a damn good fucking show if they want to compete with Okada and Naito and then Jericho and Omega at Wrestle Kingdom 12. I know WWE doesn't give a shit, but if I'm a promoter and I'm looking at those guys put on their best foot forward and WrestleMania is going to be around the corner and I know New Japan's going to be in New Orleans for WrestleMania weekend, I'm putting on the best show that I possibly could. You ain't going to do that with Jinder fucking Mahal. AJ Styles wins the WWE Championship and gives us a glimmer of hope on SmackDown Live. I'm sticking to my guns. I think Jinder's going to be taken off television for a drug policy violation. And AJ Styles is your WWE champion. He saves the world tonight on SmackDown Live. What do I think is going to happen from here? I don't know. I'm going to reserve judgment until I hear an official word on what Mahal is doing and why they took the title off Mahal. Because I know News or Meltzer or Mike Johnson, somebody, Ryan Satin's going to come up with something, and I'll figure it out. We'll take it day by day. I don't want to make any assumptions, but that's my guess here. AJ versus Brock Lesnar, I don't know. I could see Jinder Mahal interfering. If he's not suspended, I could see him interfering, costing AJ the match, and then that'll lead to a rematch. But I don't see AJ beating Brock Lesnar. I hope it's a competitive match. Brock Lesnar, we know, can fucking wrestle. Now he's in there against the best wrestler that he's been in the ring with all fucking year. You're going to have a 5-minute squash match? Or you're going to have the guy fucking wrestle like we know he can? Have him actually earn his paycheck in 2 weeks. Instead of going out there and giving me 7 suplexes and 1 F5. And then going to have a steak at fucking some random steakhouse in Houston. You know? Come on, bro. AJ Styles is not going to beat Brock Lesnar. But AJ Styles now, at the top of the card, is going to present SmackDown Live with a wide array of hope. Because Jinder Mahal did nothing for the top of the show. Now, someone's at the top of the card that people legitimately care about and legitimately want to see. But I'm going to reserve judgment on everything for Jinder Mahal. We'll wait till the end of the week. Hopefully I'll have something on Friday for Off the Script here with Jinder Mahal to see if he really is suspended for 30 days and is going to be nailed with a drug policy violation. That is your SmackDown Live review. After the match, Jinder Mahal punched both Singh brothers in frustration. I don't know what that means, so we'll see what happens with that. But that is your SmackDown Live review for tonight's show. If you enjoyed the review, hit that thumbs up. If you are excited that AJ Styles won the WWE Championship, I want everybody to hit that fucking thumbs up, man. Show SmackDown Live how much we love AJ Styles as the WWE Champion. I'm JD. I'll see you guys for the rest of the week with more content to come. Tomorrow night, NXT, where we continue our War Games build, man. I'm JD. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for NXT. Talk to you later.